This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983. Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
May not get a lot of those thrown today. Maybe one of those fastball kind of days.
And Clark draws ball 4, so he'll head down to first base.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 33, Stephen Brown.
So up to bat now for the Highlanders, third baseman Stephen Brown. Yeah, the walk is probably not your friend today.
No,
not that it is any time, but it's the conditions are such that you don't ever really want to give by free passes, but on a day like today, you've got to just make people put balls in play because you're not in danger of a ball probably getting anywhere close to getting out of here.
No, I don't think there's any chance of that.
Oh, a little hit and run action right there by the Highlanders, fouled off. over the screen. 1-1.
Well, and I wonder it's going to be really tough for a catcher to throw someone out at second base. Just for the fact that it's so hard to make an accurate throw. So yeah, you walk someone, they're probably going to end up on second.
Well, think about though, it's going to be hard to run.
Well, that's true. You're running into the wind. That's a good point.
There's a swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. Yeah, right. I bet that's kind of like running with a parachute today.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
There's a ground ball short. Take the short play at second. Oh, it's thrown away. Gets into right field. And I don't know what the runner.
He never saw it. I don't know what if he thought he caught it and was out, or.
And he ran like straight through the bag, almost to the outfield grass.
I'm strange. I don't know. I think he thought they turned, at least got the force there. Never saw the ball get by the second baseman, but he should have easily been to third.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 9.
So Brown reaches on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up the the first baseman, Braden Richards. There's a bunt. It's going to get down. The short throw to first base. Moves the runners up on the sacrifice. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Connor Clark.
Yeah, doing his job there, getting the runners moved over, especially when you got, you would have had an out, but you didn't have it, so because you got the fielder's choice that got away from the error on the second baseman.
There's a ground ball wide of the bag at third.
So you got to take advantage of that, move the runners into scoring position, and see if you can. I'll tell you what, if the way we've seen the first inning here, maybe runs may be hard to come by today. Now I say that it'll probably break wide open here in a second. And
there's a ground ball at third. The throw across in time for the out, but not. It does drive in a run, so the Highlanders get on the board first.
Now leading off for the
That'll turn the
Highlanders,
lineup over.
Julian Love.
Back to leadoff hitter Julian Love. Love grounded out to short to lead off the game. There's a ball hit high into left field. Left fielder breaks back, drifts, and off of his glove.
Yeah, that's we said it's going to be tough. That he adjusted 3 or 4 times and thought he had a beat on it there at the end and just couldn't reel it in.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 5, Bo DeLong.
Now, like you said, any ball that's in the air, for very long is going to be a courtesy running. It's going to be Tyler Seymour for Love, the catcher.
I think we got everything written down now. I'm making sure we get the right people in.
That'll bring the plate. Second baseman, Bo DeLong. DeLong singled in his first at bat. Left stranded at second base. That one fouled back to the screen. Evens count of 1-1. That one fouled off. way to our left. So 1-2 to DeLong.
Man, I got to see. It's kind of neat to see Bo playing here in high school. I've known him since he was about 2 or 3 years old. Back when my son played with his older brother in travel ball, and Bo hanging around that.
That one misses high and away. I can remember him running around because the very first year that I moved to the high school was Rodney Jr.'s senior year at Macarthur, and so that was a long time ago. But then as been around, like I said, they his sister played softball, so when she was playing softball, he was running around. So it's just when you live here and been involved in it like we have for all this time, you start to see these younger and younger guys, and that the families and have seen their older siblings play. That one flared into the left, probably going to get pushed foul, and it does down the left field line.
Yeah, that family has a baseball and softball tradition here in Lawton. Like you said, Rodney Senior, of course, coaching MacArthur now. Rodney Jr. coaching at North Texas, softball there. Done a great job there. Really been successful everywhere he's gone. We expect to see him maybe at a big-time program here pretty soon. Chelsea, great softball player herself. Zach is playing at Cameron right now, playing baseball at Cameron. Zach DeLong. And now Bo at MacArthur.
Oh, and the throw down to third, the left fielder doesn't get over there to back that up, and that ball should have never got through the third baseman. He's got to step off there and knock that down. He had plenty of time. Not a bad throw from Morgan into the wind down to third base, but that'll score Love as he steals from second as he was stealing third.
Kind of hop, kind of shorted it there, and then it took a hop and took a little bad kick on him, kicked into left field, but.
There's a long little chopper back to the mound. There's a throw across for out number 3, but not before the Highlanders score 3 runs on no hits. There were 3 errors and no runners left on base after 1.5. It's the Highlanders 3, Lawton High 0. You're watching Game of the Week Baseball, the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Bridges and Buckner Dentistry at 1802 Northwest 52nd Street has over 32 years of combined experience. They serve Southwest Oklahoma for implant placement and final restorations using guided surgery and CEREC technology. This enables them to do same-day crowns in the office. Call to set up your appointment today or visit them online at bridgesandbucknerdentistry.com.
And welcome back to Game of the Week Baseball here at Lawton High School. I'm Matt Lewis along with Mike Newell, heading to the bottom of the second inning. Up for Lawton High will be Aiden Huey, followed by Antonio Garrison and Clayton Beckman.
High, number 19, Aiden Huey.
Well, like we said, the errors that hurt Lawton High kind of creep back into that last inning and cost them a couple of runs, but no hits for MacArthur.
So Huey, the third baseman today, takes first pitch low and away, ball 1. That one stays down as well, 2-0. There's a strike swung through. 2-1 to Huey. That one misses just off the plate. for ball 3. So 3-1 to Huey. And Mike, I was kind of noticed it. At first, we had a pretty small crowd. There's quite a few people have made it in today. They're pretty brave. There's a ground ball toward second. Handled there, the easy throw across for out number 1.
Yeah, the ones that are here better have brought some jackets, sleeping bags, blankets, something, because it's pretty chilly. That's funny. I was talking to the coaching staff from Macarthur and Lawton High both before the game, and talking about yesterday how nice it was and hot and warm, and they all said the same thing. So this has been one of those years that it seems like they've had very few of those warm games. Everything's been cold, and the wind has just been awful all year long.
So that brings to the plate the pitcher, Antonio Garrison.
And all three schools in town, the way their field's set up, north wind is it's not very fun.
That one catches the outside corner. Evens the count up at 1-1. There's a ball fouled off back over the screen. 1-2 to Antonio Garrison.
Of course, both teams are back in district action on Monday, and so that's the thing we didn't really talk about it. We talked to Coach Prater a little bit before the game from Lawton High, and these Saturday games, they're fun and it's good to get some more playing time in, but you got to be real careful because you can't waste your pitchers with the pitch count the way it is today. You can't waste a pitcher that you might need for Monday or Tuesday for district play.
Yeah, I don't remember. You probably can remember the numbers because you had to deal with that. I never had to deal with the pitch count thing. There's this ball fouled off back to the screen with the pitch count numbers, but
like 37 pitches, is that right? If it's stay under 37, then it doesn't count against you. Anything over that, it wastes you for
the day,
like 3 or 4 days, or
no, it's
weird.
It's each
if you go up,
there's a count for each day. Like if you go over, I think it's like he mentioned like 34 pitches, so okay. I think 35.
Okay,
if you go 35, you
then
have
it
to
counts
sit a
against
day.
you. Yeah.
So
then it's kind of graduated from there. And I think if you go up, what the limit's 100. 120. So if you go over 120, then you're burnt for the rest of the week. Yeah, you're done. So, yeah, that's tough, and it's probably good for pitchers, but it hurts a team that only doesn't have a deep pitching staff. And tell you where it really hurts is when you get into that district play, because then you got to be you get in tournaments in district where you got to be real careful about using your pitchers and what you're going to do with them.
Well, because district play is in, and your playoff seeding and everything is determined by district play. You've seen coaches now. As Clark checks the Garrison at first. District games are what they don't worry as much about the tournaments because district play again determines your seeding in the district. Your seeding determines. There's the bunted tip push down the first base line. It's going to roll foul by the first baseman Clayton Beckman. It's that's what's changed. Used to. Before districts came in while I was a head coach. So before that, you kind of had to rely on your rankings. So you had to, in tournaments and stuff, when you got to play, especially for us in Lawton, when you got to go play other teams, especially around the city, that's when you kind of got noticed. That ball misses in totally across the plate from where Love set up. So. Good job on him just to reach across and get that.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I think still the smaller classes still have a little bit to do with that. They're still looking at getting noticed because their ranking does matter more on that. Their ranking is set, and that determines whether you get to host a district or an area game or whatever it may be. So yeah, I think you're probably right. But yeah, here you got to be really careful.
There's a ball that's going to get flared foul. It's a good hit and run by Lawton High, but that ball, Beckman, you can see Beckman kind of got that either off the end of the bat or off. They couldn't tell where it was. Maybe off the handle. That ball, you can see him shaking his hand.
Yeah.
Anything today like that
hurt a little bit today. Even with the bats they use today, it doesn't take all that vibration out.
So 1-2 to Beckman. Garrison at first base. Foul straight back, keeps the count 1-2.
I forget, we played, of course, a lot of summer ball. They did some wood bat tournaments. We played a few of those, and we played up at Woodward one weekend with the weather was sort of like this, even though it was, 1st of June or late May. And, watching those kids is kind of funny because they're used to hitting off those metal bats and composite bats that don't have much vibration, but wood is a totally different thing. If you don't square it up, it does not feel very good.
It's probably kind of what I like to felt back when you used a wood driver, isn't it? Back in the old days like that.
I actually did have a persimmon driver. Yes, you're right. Yeah, and it's one of those, if you don't hit it we called it in the screws, and there was a reason because it's called the screws. Yeah, they had, if you didn't hit it right there, it did not go anywhere, and it did not feel very good. I got a feeling you probably had a wood driver too. You're not very much younger than I am.
That's debatable.
Yeah.
That one misses just below the knees. 2-2 to Beckman. Haven't been very many pitches in this at bat, but it seems like Beckman's been up there a long time.
Seems like he's been there a long time, yes.
A couple of throws across, threw 2 or 3 foul balls. There's another one. You can tell those guys that are headed down to second. I mean, it's those first 5 or 6 steps. It's everything they can do to get going.
And Garrison's done it now, 3, 4, 5 times?
Yeah,
This bat
3, I think, for sure.
He's young. He can handle it.
Another throw across. Just checking the runner. And the swing and the miss for the strikeout for out number 2. We'll bring up the left fielder, Jose Reyes.
Now batting for Lawton High, number 15, Jose Reyes.
And another throw to first. Garrison back easily.
I'm kind of feeling sorry for him now because every time he's gone, it's been a foul ball.
You don't want to just give your batter the take sign and miss just a fastball right there. But that's your pitcher over there running
right.
Sprints. 20, 30 years. 20-yard sprints there.
So. The good thing is that with the weather being cool like it is, it's not like yesterday. You've been gassed yesterday for sure.
That one misses up, evens the count. 1-1. High and away. 2-1. There's a ground ball right back up the middle through the pitcher's legs and gets into center field for Lawton High's first hit of the game.
Well, and if any of those steal attempts would have got him to second, that right there could have scored a run. Now you just have runners at first and second.
Now batting for Lawton.
Of course, I don't know because Wiley's again playing not very far off the dirt out there, so there'd have been at least a shot at it.
Well, I was wondering if one of them had been on the bag, he wouldn't have had a play of a force at second because nobody was standing there.
Well, where he picked the ball up, he was closer definitely than the runner was.
So that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Jordan Watts.
Because right now where Wiley is, he's not 90 feet off of second base. I can promise you that.
None of the outfielders are, it looks like you're playing on a Little League field.
Yeah.
They're just all right there. There's I want to guess 150 feet of outfield behind every single one of them. It's Clark steps off. He's going to check Garrison at second. That one misses down or away. I'm tough. It was right on the 2-0. You got 3-0? 3-0? I missed a 3-0. I'm sorry. And that misses up high. So ball 4. So the Wolverines have loaded the bases here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up
Now batting for Lawton High number
the
34, Demarion
9-hole hitter, right fielder, Demarion Epps. And he swings through the first pitch, strike one. We saw Epps 2 or 3 times yesterday.
Yeah, something you don't see much anymore. The ball gets away from the pitcher, and generally the shortstop, second baseman kind of take turns backing that up. But
they had Garrison been playing, had really been paying attention, he probably can score right there because the second baseman was a mile back behind him. That ball right back to the pitcher. He runs it over the underhand toss for out number 3. So the Wolverines score no runs on 1 hit. With no errors, 3 runners left on base after 2 completes. Macarthur 3, Lawton High 0. You're watching Game of the Week Baseball, the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Comanche Home Center knows when it comes to building a new home, there are a lot of decisions, and every wrong turn can set you back and cost you time and money. But there is an answer. Comanche Home Center. The folks at Comanche Home Center can keep you on course. In fact, they've been doing that very thing since 1967 with the right answers, the right solutions, and the right materials. Comanche Home Center. Build it right.
And welcome back to our Game of the Week matchup today here at Lawton High School. Heading to the top of the 3rd inning, up to bat for the Highlanders will be Wiley, Zeller, and Burke.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 14, Evan Wiley.
And Wiley playing center field for Macarthur. Spent a couple of years here at Lawton High before transferring out there. His brother played it here at Lawton High. So we're familiar with this team. And
he squares the drag bunt around. The ball high and away. Pulls it back. And that one misses down. So 2-0 quickly to Wiley.
And like a true pitcher, points down to the dirt and said, it must be something wrong with the mound if I can't throw it over the plate, right? He must have got the hole fixed up. That one was in there for a strike. Pitchers always blame it on something. And it looks so easy. Just throw it over the plate, right? It's an easy game.
So 3-1 to Wiley. I pulled up the pitch count numbers. We'll go over those in a second. I'm trying to find the max, though. There is a maximum, and I can't. There's a ball right back off the pitcher. It bounced right to Gonzalez at short. And
he would have had a play. He had plenty of time.
Even with the speed, as fast as Wiley is, that ball got there in a hurry.
I'll have to take a look at him and see what.
Yeah, that ball
he's okay.
Kind of got him right in the side. Or you get him on the arm?
Yeah, I think he got him on the.
I thought it got him right in the side. I thought he pointed to his arm though, so that's what. But that's his pitching arm, the right side.
It definitely ricocheted off of him pretty good.
So while they're checking him out, so 0 to 35 pitches, no rest. You can pitch the next day. 36 to 50, you have to rest 1 calendar day. 51 to 75, 2 calendar days. 76 to 100, 3 calendar days. 100 plus, 4 calendar days. And I don't, like I said, I know there's a maximum, but it's not on this little sheet right here. So
I think it's 120.
Yeah, I think so. So, all right. So we got everything settled out. Looks like Garrison is okay. That'll bring to the plate the shortstop, Cage Zeller. And there you go.
He may have got him.
She called him back safe. Oh, he did. Wow. I thought he came off the bag. The ball, it hits him it hits Wiley as he's going to as he's coming into second, and he runs past the bag, and they almost got him before he got back. It was bang, bang play. First pitch to Zeller was a ball high. That one high as well, so 2-0, and that's the second base runner from Macarthur we've seen run through the bag. I mean, not in the ball, everything's still in play. So, so 3-0 to Zeller. And ball 4. So the walk puts runners at first and second. Brings to the plate. Right fielder Caden Burke. Burke grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. Steps out, gets his signal from Coach DeLong. We're ready to go. There's a bunt. Great bunt. You could not have rolled it out there. Oh, wow. They throw down the third.
I don't think she had any chance of going to first, so I think she just took the way she had a chance there. But, yeah, great bunt. I think if originally Morgan thought maybe it would roll foul, but it got caught up there and did not go foul. So great placement. Now they get the bases loaded.
So the infield single loads the bases up. Brings up the left fielder Carlton Clark. He takes first pitch inside corner, strike 1. That ball hit high into left field, and wind may push this foul. It looks like it's going to. That ball started out maybe left to right of the light pole when he first out to the. I know it started right of the scoreboard and pushed all the way over toward into the foul territory. So 0-2 to Clark. Clark walked and scored in the second inning. Highlanders have loaded the bases and not had a ball get out of the infield. That one misses away, 1-2. And that one up, 2-2. There's a ball hit deep toward right field, but that's going to go way foul out in the middle of the tennis courts. Going to get that one will be a while. So 2-2 to Carlton Clark. The bases loaded, no outs for the Highlanders. There's a ball hit well in left field. That's going to get past the left fielder. Probably going to score 2 for sure. Here comes the throw. Going to score. Going to run a chance. Overthrow the cutoff, and it scores 3. So the 3 RBI double clears the bases.
Well, Matt, you talked about it. The outfielders playing in so close. Any ball hit fairly well like that one, even though it was, wasn't pounded, but he got past the left fielder. Did not get to the wall, but he had a long way to go get that.
So that's going to bring to the plate the third baseman, Stephen Brown. Brown reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the second.
And tried to get the bunt down there, but didn't do it. Let's see if they go back again with him.
Yeah, no outs, runner at second. You're kind of down toward the bottom. I'm sure this is, like you said, Coach Long, probably a straight bunt situation. Move that guy to third base. No, he's going to take a fastball right down the middle.
That'd been the one you wanted to bunt right there. Yeah, that was a good.
It's almost like he had to take something. He backed out of that pitch early. That ball was a straight fastball. There was nothing fancy about it. There's another draw. It's going to reach into the hole right there. They're going to send the runner. Oh, no, he holds him. He had it pointed.
I think he twisted an ankle or something on the bag there, so he had to hold up.
Coach, I know Coach DeLong, in which he's just on that situation, he's just going to take a chance you're not going to make an accurate throw because – left fielder's got the wind behind him, and that he had the ball basically before Clark got to. Before Clark got to third. So,
yeah, I think is that Clark or Richards over there?
Where
at third?
That's Clark's at third.
Okay.
And Richards this is the first baseman Braden Richards batting. Oh, you mean for?
Oh yeah, Clark came around the bag. I think Coach Long was going to send him, but
he was giving him the
he stepped on the corner of the bag and kind of turned his ankle a little bit, and he held up quickly. But lucky he didn't go down there.
And that one pitch misses high, and Brown moves down to second base. There's a fastball swung through. Evens the count up at 1-1. And a swing and a miss. 1-2.
Ooh, that was close, yeah.
That just misses. I'm going to guess high, maybe outside. It's tough to – an angle we're sitting back here. It's hard to tell exactly in and out. That one misses up and away. So the count goes full to Richards. Still no outs here in the top of the third. And that's going to – the base on balls and load the bases again.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 6, Connor Clark.
And bring up the pitcher, Connor Clark. Clark had a ground ball out in the second inning. RBI on that ground out. There's a ball inside. It's going to be foul. Just not very much.
No, that was close. That was close.
Down the third base line, you can see Ian Huey over there just as he gloved it just on the foul side of the line.
It'd been a tough throw for him there, trying to come because his momentum took him inside the line or outside the line and throwing right along with the runner.
There's a ball hit into right field. Should be playable for Epps. He makes the play, but that's going to score Clark on the sacrifice fly.
Well, and you saw that ball kind of got out there a little bit more better than some of the other ones hitting the outfield. Kind of rode the wind a little bit.
So Brown also moves up. So runners at the corners with one out. And back to the top of the lineup for the Highlanders. Julian Love. 0 for 2 on the day with a run scored. He hit the fly ball to left that was misplayed earlier. That one misses way outside, ball one. Surprised the runner is still at first base after the first pitch, but oh, he got him.
Got him there if he got the tag. Yep.
So they picked the runner off at first. He was picked off pretty much. He took that step away. So the pickoff for the second out of the inning. There's a ground ball in the hole between third and short. That's going to drive in another run. So Brown comes in on the RBI single by Love. That'll bring to the plate. Second baseman, Bo DeLong.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number
DeLong
5, Bo DeLong.
singled in the first, grounded out back to the pitcher in the second. Two outs here in the top of the first with the runner at first. Oh. You were talking about the wind affecting throws. It also affects that pickoff, the quick pickoff. I mean, not even just the courtesy one, you're just kind of throwing it over there, probably not as much. But that quick one, like I said, that kind of, you can see Beckman kind of get handcuffed a little bit, that ball tailing on him. You know, not a lot of time to react on a ball coming from the pitcher on a pickoff move.
And I tell you, if that ball gets by the first base on the pickoff move, the way the wind's blowing today, and Epps has to come over and field it, it's pretty much easily getting to third base. It'd be a tough throw all the way across the.
That one's going to bounce and get away from. Oh. You see the shortstop there kind of bait that
deked him. Yeah,
that's tag into that slide.
That's probably not appreciated there.
So 2-0 to DeLong. And that's in there for strike one. 2-1.
It was 3-1, I guess.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it was. I missed.
I would count them there. I'd miscounted as well.
So long walks. That's going to be all 9 guys that batted this inning. Going to turn it back over into Wiley, who started the inning with a single and scored. That one fouled off to our left over the screen. Strike one. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2. There's a ground ball towards second base. And bobbled, and the speedy Wiley is going to beat it out. So the error.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 1.
Moves everybody up a base and loads them back up for The shortstop, Cade Zeller. Zeller, 2 walks and a run scored so far. He swings through the first pitch, strike 1. You know, Mike, we talked about, being around and, seeing, siblings that played and everything else. Zeller and Richard's dads both played. I've coached both of them.
Right.
I coached Zeller when I did my student teaching at Macarthur, my very first in college, or my last year in college. And Brandon Richards, Braden's dad, was the first year I moved to the high school was my catcher, or Coach Toddy and I's catcher. So you started seeing that, you've been too long. So another ground ball foul towards Coach DeLong. So
well, we had the fortune of kind of grooming Chris as a hunter, and
don't blame us.
Yeah, he blamed us. I thought we talked to him at the Bowman. He kind of blamed us for getting him involved in that, and we were kind of joking. So with boys playing baseball, you don't have much time to do that anymore. And
so the strikeout ends the inning. Not before the Highlanders score 5 runs on. Make sure I got this right. 5 hits. There were.
There were several errors.
Yeah,
I don't know how many you had down.
I think I got 2 errors down, and there were 3 runners left on base. A lot of numbers there. So after 2.5, it's the Highlanders 8, Lawton High 0. You're watching Game of the Week Baseball, the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Comanche Home Center knows when it comes to building a new home, there are a lot of decisions, and every wrong turn can set you back and cost you time and money. But there is an answer. Comanche Home Center. The folks at Comanche Home Center can keep you on course. In fact, they've been doing that very thing since 1967 with right answers, the right solutions, and the right materials. Comanche Home Center. Build it right.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to Paul Wilson Field. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Up for the Wolverines will be the top of the order, Garrison, Morgan, and Gonzalez. There's a ground ball headed towards short. It's going to be a long throw in time for out number 1. Great play by Zeller at short.
Yeah, good job sticking with that ball and making a good throw across there.
Yeah,
got him by half a step, maybe.
I thought Brown was going to be able to cut that one off, and he doesn't get there in time.
Would have been a lot easier throw if he could have. Third baseman could have got that, yes.
So that brings the plate. Alyssa Morgan grounded out in the first. That one hit high toward left field. Should be playable. And it is by the left
fielder on the dirt. Is that?
On the dirt, so 2 pitches, 2 outs for Clark.
Now batting for Lawton High.
And that'll bring the plate.
Luis Gonzalez.
Shortstop, Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez struck out in the first. First pitch misses outside. Ball 1. That one finds the zone and evens it up 1-1. There's a ground ball towards second and off of the second baseman. So Gonzalez will reach on the error. He'll ring up the third baseman, Aiden Huey, who
Now batting for Lawton High, number 18,
grounded out to start the second inning. Clark checks the runner at first. I really think Gonzalez had a very big lead there.
No.
And that one's down. Here's the throw down to second on the steal. Not in time. Oh, they
he
did call him out. Wow, that's going to bring a visit from Coach Prager.
Yeah, ball kind of sailed in there, tailed more towards second base. And, I mean, an umpire probably says, hey, he tagged him up high on the body. He wasn't in yet, so.
So the caught stealing ends the inning for the Wolverines. Whoa, ran out of lead there for a second. They go no runs, no hits, no one error, and no one left on base. After 3 complete, it's Macarthur 8, Lawton High, from yesterday's Lawton High 0. You're watching Game of the Week on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're building the house of your dreams or just doing a simple remodel, Hard Rock Surfaces would love to help you find top-quality natural stone countertops to fit your style and budget. Give Hard Rock Surfaces a call today for a free estimate.
At Brady's Design Center, we have a large selection of stylish tile, carpet, wood flooring, custom cabinets, furniture, and all kinds of accessories to make your home one of a kind. Give Brady's Design Center a call today for a free estimate.
Wow, that was fast, Mark. Your house is sold already?
Yep. Seems like I just signed the listing paperwork. Now it's a done deal.
I told you that listing with Pam and Barry's team at RE/MAX would cause your house to sell.
I know. I should have listened to you earlier. Listed with Pam and Barry on day one.
Pam and Barry's team has a proven marketing system that will sell your home fast and for top dollar. Call 248-8800.
All right, welcome back. Heading to the top of the 4th inning. Got some defensive changes for the Wolverines. We're getting those together as soon as he gets everything down. We'll do that. Leading off for the Highlanders will be right fielder Caden Burke.
Christian Rodriguez, the new pitcher for Lawton High, the lefty, and looks like Antonio Garrison goes to left field. Reyes moves into second, and Johnson is out. I believe that's the way I got it. If that's wrong, we'll get that figured out in a second.
First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch up high. So 1-1 to Burke. Burke 1 for 2 on the day. Single and a run scored. Ball fouled off deep over toward the tennis courts. 1-2.
Now, it would be interesting to see here with the lefty on the mound that the wind changes, how much it affects his pitch, because it should tail a whole lot more, you'd think, wouldn't it?
Yep, there's a ground ball towards short. Handled. Here comes the throw across. In time, stays on the bag. Argument there from the first base coach, but
Coach Santos out there.
I don't think he's going to win that one.
No,
because it was on the back side of the bag, so you really can't even ask the home plate umpire.
Coach DeLong's going to ask him, but he can't see it.
Yeah, because the ball he stretched to the back side of the bag. If it was out toward the field,
right.
Yes, the home plate umpire can see it. Yeah, that's the umpire in the field pointed to the bag like Beckman was there, so I don't think that's going to Gonna be
Travis Lee, the home plate umpire, going to go confer a little bit, and yep, they agree.
Yeah.
or it's, well, I didn't see it. Did you see it? No, I didn't see it, so we're going to leave it the way it's called. Can't overturn it if you don't see it, right?
Right, and now there was no way. Again, if it was toward that field side of the bag, it's not a big deal. But that one on the back side, there's, again, the home plate umpire can't see that, so that's going to bring to the plate Carlton Clark, the left fielder. Takes the first pitch up high, ball one. Clark, a walk, a double, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. That one up high as well, 2-0.
Yeah, he's probably had the one hit that maybe hit the hardest that got by an outfielder, drawn in like they are.
That one stays up as well, so 3-0.
So Lawton High's defensively now has moved the center fielder over to play well over into right field, and Epps is backed up a little bit and more on the line. It's a long ways between left fielder and center fielder right now.
Well, again, any ball in the air is going to go back to the center fielder, so that one swung through. Count goes full.
Well, and really the only thing that has been hit hard has been up the middle or to the left side.
And that one misses up. So the base on balls to Clark. We'll bring up third baseman Stephen Brown. Brown 1 for 2, 2 runs scored. Who's this on the mound? I'm sorry, you didn't, do I miss it somewhere?
Christian Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I lost it there. I was looking here, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Rodriguez. So, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure I don't say the wrong name. There's a ball hit high that should be well foul. It's going to make it over to the tennis courts. Wow, that was close.
Yeah.
But I believe he had not started his motion yet. Time granted to the batter. We'll get it all back going again. One and one. Yep. So 1-1 to Brown. That ball just misses inside. Runner heads toward third. Throw down and misses. We're going to see a play at the plate here. Oh, the ball took Morgan out toward the infield. She can't reach around and make the tag.
Yeah, if that ball was on well, I tell you what, the throw down on the steal attempt, if he fields that ball at third, if he can field it, it's probably an out there. Then if that ball is closer to the plate, that's probably an easy play at home.
This ball hit foul down the left field line. See if that's going to get a car or not.
I didn't ever see it down over there. Never came down.
Stuck in the air.
It may have blew behind us when it got into the wind.
And that misses inside. It's the count at 2-2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Braden Richards. Richards 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch misses high and away, ball 1.
That hit him.
And that gets a piece of Richards, so the hit by pitch puts a runner at first base.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 6, Connor Clark.
Runner goes, and
that throw gets away. You can see that, though, boy. You talk about ball tail. That Morgan's throw down, that it probably moved 10 or 12 feet easy, and then it kicks off of the glove, and he goes, keeps going that way.
Well, you can tell, she's used to, of course, in softball, you can shorter throw, but used to kind of throw by staying down. And today, you got to get up on top of the ball, or it's going to definitely tail on you.
So the batter, Connor Clark, is 0 for 2 with an RBI, 1-1 count. And that one misses up 2-1. And swing and a miss, and the ball kind of down the dirt a little bit. So count evens up 2-2. And good block by Morgan there on the ball in the dirt. And we got a visit here by Coach Prater. Still, it's a full count. I don't know what we got. I imagine he's going to.
Well,
we're going to make a change here in the middle. No,
I don't know. I don't know. We haven't looked at the pitch count there. If that's one of those, maybe if he does change, it's because to save the numbers. But I think those are more of don't let this thing slip away from you. Don't, even though the score's, not in your favor right now, you got to play ball. Play smart baseball.
That was it's not a happy conversation.
No, I don't think it was very much pleasantries in that one.
So Clark will step back in, full count, with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. And fouls that back to our left over the screen. Keeps the count full. And that one, ball 4, gets away from Morgan a little bit, so Richards will advance to third base, so puts runners at the corners. And bring up the leadoff hitter, catcher Julian Love. Love 1 for 3 on the day. Run scored, an RBI. Oh, he gets the pick off. They're not going to have enough time. Well, they got a runner coming home. And a good slide gets around the tag. Beckman kind of waited a little bit. And
yeah, I think that throws a little sooner. Gets a chance then for Morgan to get it down. And plus, it kind of sailed high on him.
First pitch to Love. In there, strike one. That one misses, evens the count of 1-1. Two and one to Love. There's a ground ball in the hole again. It's the fourth or fifth ground ball right down that one gets past the left fielder. Love's going to cruise into second. So the RBI single scores Clark. And Love moves to second base on the error by the left fielder.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 5, Bo DeLong.
That brings to the plate second baseman Bo DeLong. DeLong 1 for 2, single and a walk. First pitch in there, strike one. And that one misses low and away. 1-1. Ball hit into center field, blowing away from everybody. It's back. Nobody covered second base.
Yeah, there's no one at third right now either.
There's literally nobody at third base. So DeLong with the double.
A double that barely hit outside the dirt. Yeah. But it started out over second base, maybe.
It was almost a straight center field, and it ended up.
Goodness.
It ended up halfway between first and second on the outfield grass. I think that if right field comes in, he probably has a better play on it than anybody. But the center field, he's chasing it the whole way, trying to catch up to it. So that brings the plate. The center fielder, Evan Wiley, takes first pitch, high ball one. He can ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Long going to come around and score. So an RBI single for Wiley. Plates DeLong.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 1, Cage Zeller.
That brings the plate. The shortstop, Cage Zeller. Pickoff attempt. Almost gets away, but Beckman does a good job getting there. Zeller, a couple of walks, run scored, 0 for 1 on the day. That one way high to Zeller. Ball one. And that one catches plate. 1-1. His ball hit well down the line, left field foul. That one was almost a line up drive. Didn't have a chance to blow foul, but 1-2 to Zeller. There's a ball hit well in the left field, and it's over the head of the left fielder. Got to play at third. Ball's coming in. Oh, he misses the throw, and it's going to get all the way to the screen. And Zeller still running around the bases. So the double by Zeller scores Wiley.
Now batting for the Highlanders, number 11,
And the
Caden Burke.
error on the throw allows Zeller to reach third.
Defensive substitution. Quince Lewis comes in at third base, replacing Huey for Lawton High.
Oh,
that one's.
They're going to call that a swing.
Oh, I think he hit swing. It would hit. It's a good thing it hit the back. I think it would have got him right in the ribs.
So, this is Caden Burke, the right fielder.
Yeah, that.
Left-handed curveball. It did.
Tried to get out of the way, but.
Burke 1 for 3 and run scored. He grounded out to start this inning. And fouls that off straight back. 0-2. There's a ball hit. Oh, that got into the dugout and goes right back to almost right back to the batter's box, just out in front. That'll wake you up if you're over there in the. Imagine most of the people in that dugout are huddled down pretty good. So
yeah. Yeah.
Still 0-2 to. Excuse me, 1-2 to Burke. Sorry, missed a pitch there. Missed smart. That one down low.
Coach Smith, though, there's got so many layers on. I think it could hit him. He'd never feel it. He got the winter jacket out and the hoodie or the beanie pulled on.
That one misses high. So after going 0-2, Burke works it back to a full count. There's a ball hit into left field. That's been a popular spot between short and third today. So Burke with the RBI single. Brings up Carlton Clark, left fielder. Clark 1 for 1, a double, 3 runs, 3 RBIs.
Not a bad day.
Not a bad day. The 2 walks there.
Yeah.
Swings at the first pitch. 0-1. Ball hit high, but it's going to be way foul down the left field line. It's going to get actually over the fence there on the left field line. 0-2. That one gets away from Morgan on the inside, and Burke does not advance.
Oh, man, let's talk about our next action. Our next game we'll be broadcasting on OSN will be – ooh, that gave him –
no, that
missed
it. That missed it.
Oh, I thought he got him.
It's almost a Matrix move right there to not to get hit by that pitch.
It'll be the 26th of April. April is Elgin comes to Max. We'll have these Macarthur Highlanders again and another area team, Elgin, who's been playing pretty well this year. So we'll get to see that, bring that action to you. Then I think later that week we have Lawton High Eisenhower again.
Yeah, that
right?
Yes. And
that's the 28th. That's Thursday.
So Mac's sitting 4th in their district right now.
And you're saying they have Duncan next week?
Duncan's the district leader. So, again, they could sneak one out of there. We would go a long way. Kind of depending on if you finish 4th, if you finish 4th, you get the ball hit high toward left field. Should be playable. And it is for out number 3. Not before the Highlanders score 7 runs on 4 hits. There were 3 errors and 1 runner left on base. After, 3.5. It's Macarthur 16, Lawton High 0. You're watching Game of the Week on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wow, that was fast, Mark. Your house is sold already?
Yep. Seems like I just signed the listing paperwork. Now it's a done deal.
I told you that listing with Pam and Barry's team at RE/MAX would cause your house to sell.
I know. I should have listened to you earlier. Listed with Pam and Barry on day 1.
Pam and Barry's team has a proven marketing system that will sell your home fast and for top dollar. Call 248-8800.
Feet. We use them every day. Working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
Just got a picture of the crowd there, Matt.
Hey, I tell you what, those things came out, a few years ago, and that for days like this, that is, you got one of those, you're not in too bad a shape.
Well, it helps a little bit.
Number 22, Quince Lewis.
That sums up the weather here in Lawton High right now. It's cold, it's windy.
So
this is beyond blustery. Yeah, this is straight wind.
So batting now for Lawton High, we had this defensive change in the top of the inning. Quince Lewis up to bat.
Yeah, he went in at third base.
Three straight pitches, and he goes down on a strikeout for out number 1.
Now batting for Lawton High, number 5, Antonio Garrison.
So up to bat for the Wolverines will be the pitcher, Antonio Garrison. Garrison walked in the second.
Well, now left fielder. Was pitcher, now left fielder. Yeah.
Yep, sorry, I missed that. So got to make that change there. So 1-1 to Garrison. No, excuse me. 2-1. And swing and a miss. Evens it up 2-2. misses. Runs the count full. Fouled off way over on the tennis courts. There's another one over on the old tennis courts. Probably wouldn't be any fun playing tennis today either.
No, I don't think it's very crowded over there. That's the good news. No one's getting hit. It's not a very good tennis day.
If you were, depending on which end of the court, I guess they do alternate, but that'd be tough to go back and forth on that because just about the time you got it adjusted for one, you'd be the total opposite. And a strikeout looking for out number 2. That'll bring to the plate the first baseman, Clayton Beckman. Beckman struck out back in the second.
That's fair ball.
And so the ball numbered down the third base line. Mishandled, so Beckman will reach. What are you calling that, Mike?
Tough play. He has come in all the way in on the grass, so, I don't know if he'd had a chance at Beckman anyway.
Yeah, we'll just give that a hit then.
Yeah.
Give the home team discount, if you will. So Beckman reaches on the infield single. Is going to bring up the second baseman, Jose Reyes. Gets in on his hands. Fouled off over there by the dugout. Oh.
Did he come back out?
Sports editor Glenn Brockenbush comes out of the dugout to grab that one.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Just trying to stay warm, that's all. Just trying to move a little bit.
That one misses away, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Mike, we watched quite a bit of college baseball this year and the high schools. The thing that strikes me that's one of the main things that's way different nowadays is the amount of movement they let pitchers do in the stretch.
Yeah.
It is crazy. There's a foul ball off.
we talked about that the other night we went to the OSU game, Bedlam game. And they can rock, they can move. The things that used to be called a balk. Yeah, I can remember you were afraid to do any kind of movement because they'd call it.
Well,
you flinch a little bit, and they call it.
Once you come set, you're there. I watched a guy the other night come set like 3 times.
I know,
get it and pump it down until he finally stopped. It's.
That's a really good point. Yes, I think you're right.
That one misses up and away, 2-2. I can, a day like today, wind blowing. Okay, I can see you having a little bit of a little bit because you might get rocked back a little bit. It's not anything noticeable. But there's, that one gets Reyes, so he'll reach on the hit by pitch. And Beckman was moving, but won't get credit for the stolen base.
Yeah, it takes away the stolen base because he had a big jump too. But that's the thing. Like if you watch the motion here, he kind of rocks on that front foot. We were always taught once that foot moves, they had to go to the plate.
That'll bring the plate the designated hitter Jordan Watts. Watts walked back in the second. His only appearance here today. So 2-0 quickly to Watts. swing and a miss, 2-1.
Yeah, you were talking earlier before the game, too. The other thing, a big change is catching styles. You talked before the game how a lot of catchers put their knee down, which that happened occasionally. Let me get it.
Yeah, ground ball, cut off there at third. Here's a throw across, and in time for out number 3.
We'll finish our story later, maybe next week when we come back.
So the Wolverines go no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, 2 runners left on base. After 4 complete, it's Macarthur. Oh, we
Ball
done?
game.
That's after 4?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15 after 4. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about the 15 after 4. So
let's take a break and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Yeah, you're watching Game of the Week on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Looking for an opportunity to advance in the workplace? Republic Paperboard Company in Lawton, Oklahoma offers competitive wages as well as excellent benefits. Republic is a quality producer of paperboard products used in the manufacturing of gypsum wallboard with advanced technology and a committed staff, and makes them one of the premier paperboard companies in the U.S. using 100% recycled paper fiber. Republic Paper partners with many local organizations to build a better community. Go to republicpaperboard.com.
Here's our target. We're shooting azimuth at All in.
Great drill weekend, everyone. See you all again next month.
In the Oklahoma Army National Guard, you don't have to choose between civilian and military lifestyle.
My name is Mike Keybone, and I'm the pastor at First Baptist Church here in Lawton, downtown. And I just want to invite you to come and hang out with our family. There's a lot of chaos and a lot of junk that's going on in this world, but I know this: God loves you, He's got a place for you, and I think you ought to come check us out. You're loved, you belong, and you're always welcome at FBC Lawton.
Crowning Around and the Tuxedo Room at 215 Southwest C Avenue, Oklahoma's premier prom, pageant, and tuxedo headquarters. For all of your homecoming, pageant, and fun fashion apparel needs, with over 8,000 square feet of wonderful formal attire. For more information, check out their website at crowningaround.com. Crowning Around and the Tuxedo Room, 215 Southwest C Avenue.
Forgiven.
Thought so.
Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
And welcome back to Paul Wilson Field here at Lawton High. Our final score, Macarthur 16, Lawton High 0 for the Macarthur Highlanders. There were 16 runs on 10 hits. There were 8 Lawton High errors, 6 runners left on base. Kind of leading the way. Just going to glance in again. We talked about Carlton Clark, 1 for 1, but with a double. But he had 3 runs scored and 3 RBIs, the 2 walks sandwiched in there. It's kind of like Julian Love, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. See, Evan Wiley, 2 hits, a couple of runs scored. So, again, just kind of glance at that. Every Highlander scored. and they're of their 9 guys, and they all again. So, and probably 10 hits, and they scattered that, pretty much throughout the lineup. For the home team, Lawton High Wolverines, no runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Macarthur error and 5 runners left on base. Something we didn't see yesterday for Lawton High today. A lot more K. We didn't see many strikeouts yesterday.
Yeah.
Today was a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts in the 4 innings for the batters. The 2 hits. Again, Beckman had the infield hit, and Jose Reyes had the single. So, again, we talked a little about yesterday. Lawton High just at times just never, especially today, never really got anything going offensively.
Yeah, and that compounded with the errors that allowed base runners. They had an unfortunate couple walks, errors, and then you get base hits by Macarthur. Hey, hats off to them. Did a good job putting the ball in play. Seemed like they hit. I got a ton of balls between the shortstop and third base hole, and just it scored runs, and just they did a good job. They did what you need to do on a day like this when you're not going to hit the ball. Probably not going to hit the ball. No one's going to hit the ball out of the field, out of the park, but you're not going to hit a lot of extra base hits. You got to kind of single it around and try to run on the other team, which they did a good job of that as well. So, yeah, good job of Macarthur taking what they did, and in Lawton High, like I said, they started off pretty good. But the errors, you got to find a way to correct those, or it's it really hurts you.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it here from Paul Wilson Field. Like Mike said, we'll be back in about 10 days, catching over at Macarthur for Elgin and Macarthur, and we'll finish up our regular season broadcast of OSM baseball here for the Lawton High Eisenhower game, and we'll be back at Eisenhower on that one. You've been watching Game of the Week softball.
Softball.
Baseball.
Softball, yeah.
Softball player.
Exactly.
On the Oklahoma Sports Network.